So the big question is this: how do investors like us who don't have a PhD in finance or millions to start investing, how do we grow our bank accounts to build real savings and retirements and yet still have the time to do what we really love? That is the question, and this podcast will give you the answer. Hey guys, John Bloom here at the Stock Market Studios podcast. Now I got a quick episode for you guys today, but I was just talking about WACC on the last episode, which is like WACC, weighted average cost of capital, which is like basically like how much debt costs for the company, what the percent they're paying out to lenders is. And what was really interesting is I'm trying to find like how can I determine what the WACC is, and it's apparently this really complicated equation. But I'm like, well, why is this on Yahoo Finance? Well, I've never heard of this before, because it was like the one thing that these guys are talking about at this investment committee thing that I'd never heard of. And so I'm looking up WACC, I'm learning about WACC, and apparently it's just like, you know, I talked a whole lot about it in the last episode. But what was interesting is like, I'm going to Yahoo Finance, I'm trying to figure it out, and this is the first time this has happened, like ever. I go to the financials tab, and I go to the balance sheet to look at the balance sheet, and the balance sheet's gone. And this is something I sort of saw coming, but I was a little bit freaked out about, because for so many years, Yahoo Finance has been like the gateway to financial markets for me and students and so many other people. It's like totally, you know, free ad. You just look at a bunch of ads, but it's like free access to financial markets, and you can see whatever you want to see about stocks, about positions, about bonds, about anything, right? Just about funds, you know, currencies, commodities. They even have crypto on there, which is so great. And now all of a sudden, they got bought out by Verizon, and I was a little bit worried when I saw this. I was like, dude, shit, what's gonna happen? And apparently his stuff has started to happen. So usually you go to the financial tabs, you go to the balance sheet, and you can just see the balance sheet. But now they actually require you to pay for like a subscription that they call Yahoo Finance Premium to see this stuff that used to be totally free, which I think is insane, because it's like basic investment information that like everybody should have access to. And so this has been kind of like just ridiculous and crazy, because it's like you're basically taking, you know, information that was previously free, and not putting a price wall on something that's going to radically like increase the barrier to entry into finance. Like a lot of people, they don't want to pay for a subscription to some financial news website, or some, you know, Yahoo Finance, right? Like they don't want to know, pay to actually just like look at stocks and figure out the best investments to make, which is like, and like, I don't know, because for a lot of people, they're just getting into it. A lot of people are learning. Like, it's just ridiculous that, you know, because there's so many websites that like will tell you, you know, information about stocks. But Yahoo Finance has always been that one that's like always been there for me. It had like all the details and had amazing technicals, and just great charting. I mean, it's just phenomenal. And I've been supporting them, right? Like I've been seeing a bunch of ads on their website, and to like after 3, 4, 5+ years of like being loyal to this company, you know, they got sold out to Verizon, and Verizon decided that they were not making enough money from their clients that were using Yahoo Finance. And so here's the goal, and this is my mentality when I need to make more money. I think of how can I add more value? How can I do more? How can I give more? But what Yahoo Finance, or not Yahoo Finance, what what Verizon has done is they've taken the features that used to be in Yahoo Finance totally for free, like the balance sheet, in the portfolio, and some of the keys to. No, I think they left the statistics. It's just the balance sheet I've seen so far. They took the balance sheet and they white blocked it, so you can't see like the balance sheet anymore unless you have Yahoo Finance Premium, which is like ridiculous. So it used to be a totally free feature, and now to monetize their existing base better, they've been focusing on taking away features and charging for them instead of adding new features. Like some of the new features they've added are like some kind of like interesting, you know, portfolio analysis stuff, and insights, and some special reports from, I guess they have like their own news staff, their own media staff, and they go out and they do special reports. Maybe they're partnering with somebody. And it's just like some extra news. Like, you guys know what I think about news. News is a little bit bogus, not that big of a deal. And so they'll throw that in their premium subscription, and they have some other things that they've actually added to the platform, which is good. That's the goal, right? You add things, and then you charge people for those things. Your existing base of clients, you charge them for extra. You don't like take something that's free and then turn it into, you know, premium content, especially on a subscription basis. It's just kind of ridiculous. So you look at what they're doing now, and instead of, you know, building new things, they've taken their old tech and just started charging tons and tons of money for it on a subscription basis. So you can't see like this graph that used to be totally open to everybody on their platform, which is just ridiculous. So now I'm trying to figure out, so now you have to go through the whole process of going to Google and typing in the company and then, Googling their balance sheet or just their annual report instead of having it all in one place, which is like kind of annoying. And so it just was like this huge shift and this big update that happened today. And it happened the same week that a lot of the major brokers announced free trades, which is like sort of contradictory and kind of crazy because we see the fundamental barrier to entry lowering in, the investment brokerage market, but now it's increased in the education market, which is crazy. So I don't know, it's made me think a lot about, I've been thinking about finance for a long time because it's really the basis of so much I do. And now they've kind of pushed me over the edge. They've kind of converted me. They're still amazing. They're like 10 out of 10. But this change has been like, dude, come on, man. And so obviously, I support the company, but it's like this corporate takeover. It's just interesting. And so I'm kind of interested to see what else they do with this new platform. And I don't know, maybe I'll be a subscriber to it. Maybe I'll make a platform that erases it. I don't know, because they're really cool and they do an amazing job. Yeah, you got it. And it's just kind of interesting to see this huge change in the business model. And I want you to take this and apply it. And specifically, like when you have new opportunities and when you can have this happen, erase things that used to be free, but instead figure out new ways that you can create new products and create new services and add a ridiculously higher level of value to existing clients instead of charging them for things they already gave them for free. And if they have if there's a new premium program, like it looks cool, there's just not a lot of stuff there. And I don't know, I gotta look more into it. But if they kept adding more and more things out to make it super compelling, like that would be a ridiculously better offer than cutting stuff that used to be free. Because now I'm pissed, and I'm sure a lot of people are upset that they can't see that, pretty fundamental analysis indicator anymore in one place. So I think it might hurt their long-term growth, but we'll see. I'll read Verizon's report and I'll keep you guys updated. Thank you so much. Go out there, crush it, have an amazing day, and I will see you on the next episode. Woo! Want more stock market secrets? If so, go get your free copy of my best-selling book, 9 to Noon. You can get your free copy plus $11,176 of unannounced bonuses it took me years to uncover completely for free at 9tonoonsecrets.com. Inside 9 to Noon, you'll find the top 38 secrets you can use to double your portfolio every 2 years and make upwards of 10% per trade daily.